Stop being around people who don't like you elevating. Hey, I'm back again. Hey, you ever experienced a situation where somebody in your life hate the fact that you growing? They don't like the fact that you progressing and you elevating yourself. They feel like, ugh, bitch, like, what are you doing? You trying to do something different? You trying to better yourself? What's wrong with you, ho? I was just thinking about something real small, but I'm going to tell y'all 2 scenarios that really, I was taken aback, but at the same time, I can understand, because people be having like, peanuts as brains. Like they brains is the size of a peanut. So bitch, yeah. Anyways, I remember this one time, because I grew up in where it was mostly black people and Hispanics type shit, right? And I remember being in that environment. You really gonna be seeing a lot of, you ain't gonna be talking proper, bitch. That's all I got to say. You're not gonna be talking proper. But do you know how to? Yes. But if you're not practicing it often, then you gonna sound like, you know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. That's how you gonna sound. So I had to learn when I got out of that community, or not community, but neighborhood or whatever, and I moved to a different neighborhood where it was like different type of people. I was in college, and I had, I went to a college that was like, there was so much diversity there. And I predominantly have always went to school with blacks and Hispanics and a sprinkle of whites. All right. So for me, that shit was kind of like, it wasn't shocking. I wasn't tripping or nothing like that. But being the fact that I had to present and get in front of class with presentations and speak and talk, I had to practice pronunciating and now like really speaking proper again, instead of speaking slang, if you will. And so it did take me a little bit. So when you in that evolution stage, right, one thing is gonna have to be dominant for a little bit in order for you to get it, right? In order for me to be able to, what we call, black people call, you gotta be able to switch, code switch. I just had to get better at code switching, right? Because I had to talk proper, and not slang. I had to learn how to speak more proper. So like, I had a person in my life that was just like, oh, you sounded like you Caucasian. She said white. What?
So I'm gonna pause right quick. So just a heads up, for some reason I keep saying Caucasian. Not sure where I'm getting the R from, but it's Caucasian. So I know it's cringing, but that's what I mean. So every time I say Caucasian, I mean Caucasian. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back to it.
Whatever, but I be trying to say Caucasian or whatever. And I was just like, bitch, do you know what I'm going through? Do you know my career? I'm around a lot of these Caucasian people, bitch. They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I remember at times people didn't know what the hell I was saying. So I definitely had to change. I had to do a lot of code switching. So that's when I became mastering code switching, right? So I'm outgrowing people that's, you only hearing folks sound like how I used to sound. So now I'm different type shit. And it's like, I think I wish people would be mindful and think a little bit clearer. Like, okay, she's in a different space. She's in corporate America. We all know corporate America is not full of black people. Stop playing with yourself. Okay? It's full of Caucasians. Stop playing with you. Stop playing with me. So you should have thought a little bit like, the bitch is probably code switching and learning how to code switch. That didn't dawn on that person. The person thought I was trying to be different. I'm trying to be white. Bitch, I'm trying to get money. And another scenario I got of, I felt like somebody was not cool with me evolving, was my past relationship. And in that relationship, I was really a person that wasn't, y'all gonna have to hear this because I'm about to turn it on. I wasn't a person that had a lot of exposure to things. And I'm like, I know it sounds real funny, but we ate at home a lot. When we wanted burgers, pizza, and chicken and shit, we ate at home. It was very small, very few times that we went out to eat anybody food, because we would just make it at home. And my mama, she don't really like eating out because she picky, and she don't. One thing, we can't afford the shit. That's first thing, shit. The second thing is, my mama didn't want that shit, and she knew that eating like that is gonna make you big and fat. So we definitely had, somebody that gave a damn about our health. I'm saying, don't misunderstand that, y'all. I'm just explaining. But I didn't have a lot of exposure. So when I started dating this one person, I started going to restaurants and stuff. I kind of was having a hard time ordering food. I know that sounds so stupid, but I did. And he would kind of assist me and help me at time. And I wasn't slow or nothing, but I don't know, I just would get tongue tied a little bit sometimes, like type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I remember I didn't have a lot, like I just told y'all, I didn't go to a lot of restaurants, right? I didn't have a lot of exposure. I didn't travel a whole lot. I've been here, been there, but not really a lot. So when you're not exposed, you're not familiar with those spaces. And I think I was in a relationship with somebody who liked that about me. And I know it's fun for some people to be like, oh, she don't know this and she don't that. I can't wait to show her all this shit. Some people get off or love to be a person that can expose somebody to spaces that they've never been. And I think the person I was with kind of liked that shit. Kudos to you, whatever. And I appreciate it, all right? I think the shit got so bad that once we was like really deep in many years in our relationship, you know, I started to, and again, I'll tell y'all, I'm a homebody. I'm always at the crib. And if I'm not at the crib, I'm at my mama's house visiting her. If I ain't at my mama's house, I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to run some errands and maybe have dinner here or there with a friend or two. But the bitch, I'm at home. I love home. So I'm a homebody. And so I think that because I wasn't out and about, I'm not an extreme social person. I don't be doing a lot of stuff. When I started to do that, the person I was with, I think he was kind of feeling some type of way. Like I would get these calls, like I'll be like, hey, going out to work for drinks with people. I don't know what the fuck his head thought that I was doing other stuff, but he would text me and call me constantly while I'm hanging out. And I'm like, bitch, I'm literally here with coworkers. What are you reading on me? Are you doing stuff behind my back? Why are you so fucking worried? Because you can run up in the house, because this is what my ex used to do. He would come home, mind you, he would get home kind of late. You know what I'm saying? I consider late, bitch, 7 o'clock p.m. It's kind of late. You getting off of work at 7 o'clock, and then you come in the house, you go in the back, you take a shower, you get dressed, put your clothes on, you walk out. We didn't socialize, we didn't communicate nothing. Neither did you text me and say, this is the play for the day. Your ugly ass walked out, unlocked the door and said, I'll be back. That's what my fucking ex-husband used to do quite often to me. I'll be back. Didn't tell me where he was going. I didn't know nothing. I'm looking at the clock and it's like 10, 11 at night. Then I'm like calling where he at. He wouldn't be picking his phone up a lot of the time. I'll just have to wait till that loser calls me back. So I was perplexed on the fact that you thought that I was doing something. If you can walk out of the house and not tell me where to phone, then you shouldn't be tripping about me going after work with some people and also trusting me. Because I'm trusting your mother ass. So I was a little taken aback on that. But anyways, he used to call me. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell him ahead of time, hey, I'm going out to work, woo, woo, woo. So I ain't got to be, hey, when I get out for work, be like, I'm finna go for drinks. I used to tell him ahead of time, hey, I'll be at home. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I remember one time we was talking to some shit and he was just like, yeah, you going to all these restaurants and stuff. You going to restaurants that I've never been. You showing me stuff. And I was just sitting there like, nigga, ain't that what the fuck supposed to be doing with each other? The hell you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I can't come home and tell you restaurants I've been at. And so at first I went into my woman zone, because I say that woman zone because sometimes we have our blinders on and we just so la, not realizing that nigga was basically feeling like, what can she learn from me? Like what's something new I can expose her to? Now she's being exposed to all this other stuff. What else? She don't need me no more. That's what he said. He was like, you don't need me no more. And I'm like, girl, with your peanut head ass brain. That brain just smaller than a motherfucking dot of salt. What the fuck talking about? Like, so that tripped me out, because that's another example of somebody not wanting me to evolve. You want me to stay in the same, what? So that's all I'm saying, y'all. Some people in your life don't like the fact that you elevate, and you got to surround yourself around people who is okay with you evolving. You have to be around people who cool with that shit. Because if you don't, you gonna drive yourself crazy. See, when my ex-husband said that to me, I could have clapped back and said some dusty ass shit back to him, but I was being an empathetic person. Like, oh, he feels like he's losing me. He's feeling like he doesn't. And that's me. Whole time I should have been like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck talking about. Like, ain't that what the fuck we supposed to be doing? We both supposed to be exposing each other. At some point, let me say this. At some point, if you make somebody your successor, at some fucking point, they're going to be better than you possibly or on your same level. So you telling me you never wanted me to get that high up or surpass you in any kind of way, and that's why you mad at me? That's why you feel some type of way? Girl, fuck out of here. But yeah, so yeah, that's what the fuck to say, y'all. I don't got nothing else to say. 10 minutes video. You watch it, you don't watch it, but I'm just asking you a question. Stop being around people who don't like you elevating. When you start hearing those little in-between little smart aleck shit that they say about you evolving and leveling up, you need to get the fuck around. And first of all, what I tell you we need to do is don't do what the fuck I did and keep it within. Say what you need to say. Stop that shit, y'all. We gotta be honest at the moment. And here I am thinking about it like, bitch. And I could have said all that I'm thinking right now in those people's face at that time and would have been done with it. I think we got to realize that sometimes we carry shit with us because we don't release it at the time it should be released. When somebody run up on you with that bullshit, you run them back with some real shit. Not bullshit, but with some real shit. So keep that in mind, people. I'm going to leave y'all with that and get out of this car. All right, I love y'all. I think some of y'all love. Okay, I love all y'all. Maybe not. But anyways, bye, bitch.
If you stayed this long, drop a blue heart in the comments. I'm trying to see something. Okay.